You know who I want to play me in a movie?
Yung kamukha ko daw siya eh.
Si Brad Pitt. Kilala mo siya?
Oh, God.
We look the same.
You know who would play me in a movie?
Samuel L. Jackson.
I see a lot of pain behind those eyes. Maybe it's heartbreak. Maybe it's a hangover. Nick and Euric are just so darn emotional. He's a director. He's a DJ. Bring me the feelings.
Fuck, we need to get sponsored by a coffee.
Yeah, totally. Considering that they'll get mad airtime once we get sponsored on it.
Let's. What do the influencers say?
They
Collab.
Said, let's collab.
Yeah.
We should hit up every coffee company in the country and be like, hey, let's collab. We haven't aired anything yet.
Dude, I saw this Instagram account of like I think it's a she because her speak is like te stuff like that. Yeah. So she was exposing all the influencers who were sending her like proposals.
What kind of business does she have?
I don't know. It's just a like a blind item account.
Okay.
So she posts like the messages, the screen caps, and then she just blurs them out at least.
Yeah.
And then, dude, some of the messages there are so fucking whack.
Like what?
Like they're like, "Hey, I really like your products. I have this following, blah 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 blah. We should collab." And then there's one that says like, "It's up to you how much you want to give."
Like, it sounds like a donation to the church.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
or like UNICEF.
yeah.
It's like for 56 pesos a day.
You can feed an influencer.
Yeah, you can feed an influencer. For 24 pesos a day.
For just one sushi bake a day. You can one sushi bake a day, you can feed the influencer of the month.
For one dozen ube pandesal, this influencer will be able to post 3 more photos today.
Or this influencer will have enough time to make 3 TikToks a day. Dude, it's like they're not taking pride in what they do.
They're just trying to get shit for free.
Yeah. I remember when I started DJing, right?
Yeah.
I really wanted to be good. So that's why I was DJing for free.
Yeah.
For free. Like I didn't even ask money.
Yeah.
I waited until I'm valuable enough for me to get paid. You know? Like I didn't even like have the gall to ask John for money at first. Like I was working for Styles for a year, opening and closing for Ace.
But that's how it is. See, the thing is, a lot of these influencers start their influencing career with the goal of getting free shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the number one goal. They're not trying to make a career out of it. They're not trying to build any sort of skill.
Yeah, they're not trying to make money. Well, they are trying to make money.
But more like trying to be popular and basically it's high school evolved.
Okay. Expound.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're in high school, right?
Yeah.
Your clout pretty much is how popular you are in school. That's the currency of high school.
That's what determines like how you get treated.
Exactly. Yeah. That's in high school, that's what you're working for. You're working for the clout. You're working for that popularity. That's the only thing they have going for you. I mean, like at least when we were in high school, I mean, like high school kids nowadays, they have their brands.
Oh yeah.
They have their followings and stuff. We didn't have that. We just had, are you popular or are you not?
We had real life clout, basically.
Yeah, real life clout. I mean, do people like you or not? If you're gonna bump into somebody in the mall, they're gonna give you the nod.
Yeah,
bro.
Is that why we grew up to be funny? Because that's how we got our clout.
Yeah, because that's the only way you had to. That's the only way you had to do something. You were either good at sports,
which I'm not,
which I wasn't, and that's probably the number one. That's the biggest earner.
That's a big. I don't know which is more valuable for clout in high school. Is it being good at sports or being good looking?
Being good at sports.
Because if you're both.
If you're both,
you're the quarterback.
Yeah. If you're both, you're Johnny Moxon, the Mox.
Yeah.
Starting quarterback for the West Canaan Coyotes.
Yeah. So like, for me, I think it was 3 in high school. It's either you were good looking,
yeah,
good in basketball,
or rich.
not even rich. I had some rich friends who were like, who weren't
That's
all
true.
that.
Yeah.
The third one is if you can fight.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of bunk ass school did you go to?
No. If you're a bully, basically.
So basically, the school you went to, like when you walked into the school, you would hear, "Why are we so blind to
Yeah,
see
basically.
when the ones we learn are you?"
Like the moment you step out of your car, it's dun, 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 dun. As I walk through the valley in the shadow of death, I'll take a look at my life and realize as much. Yeah, dude.
Really?
That's,
Yo,
yeah.
fighting had no bearing in my high school.
Really?
Yeah.
I expected the U.S. to have more like
More
fights.
Yeah, I didn't grow up in the Bronx.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I grew up in suburban New Jersey. So like in my high school, it wasn't even good looking. It was sports number one.
Yeah,
because I knew a lot of good looking dudes that weren't popular. Like they were good looking dudes. Like there's some guys that now when I see him on Facebook, I'm just like, yo man, he grew up to be a good looking
well,
dude.
there you go. There was a glow up.
Yeah,
there was an Elon Musk.
No, it wasn't a glow up because they were already good looking in high school.
Okay,
They just weren't appreciated for that. Like maybe because they. But number one was definitely sports. My high school was a sports high school.
Oh,
so it's like you
go.
were either good at football because it was a good football school
or
I went to.
basketball.
It wasn't even basketball. Our basketball team sucked ass. Or a soccer player.
Really?
Because our soccer players were really good. Like we had,
but like during your time, was soccer a thing in the U.S.?
Oh, it was such a thing
In the U.S.?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like MLS levels or whatever, but like high school. No, honestly, in the United States, the first sports most kids get into is soccer.
How come the U.S. sucks?
Because there was no professional league for the longest time.
Yeah, how come there's no professional league?
Because as Daryl Soulglow says in Coming to America, I don't really think it's a sport if you don't use your hands. What kind of sports you play in Africa? Chase the monkey.
But like it's the biggest sport in the world. How come it was never a thing in the U.S.?
Because
it's never a thing here because like we just what we do is we just follow the U.S.
No, the thing is like because there was no professional sports league the MLS started in the 90s and they were terrible. Like they sucked.
No, I wonder why though. Like soccer never came here. Is it because like the States hated everything that the UK had?
No, I think it's just because it's such a slow sport. Like the scoring and stuff is just not as exciting. It takes a while. It's a lot of build up. It's a long jerk off.
It's like basketball is like porn.
Yes.
There's a lot of action.
Yeah.
And
like
then,
you're
like,
done in like you score in a matter of seconds.
And then soccer is like having sex with Sting.
It's like
tantric sex.
It's a long relationship.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's more gratifying in the long run, but like it's gonna take you a while before you bust that first nut.
Right.
You know what I mean? So soccer and football were the number one sports. Good looking was questionable.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like what?
I think being smart was actually better than
the good looking ones were like theater nerds.
Yes. But what's funny, I think there's such a paradox, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you grow up or like when you get older, like the best looking dudes, like the guys you look up to the most are the musicians and the actors and the famous people. And then athletes kind of sort of come underneath. They're kind of like B-C list celebrities athletes, unless you're like Kobe Bryant.
When you're older.
When you're older.
Oh yeah.
But then in high school, it's totally the other way around. You're A-list if you're a
I think it's because like when you're a kid, the thing that you could really like, the thing that's formed first is your physical skills.
It's just
so that's why it's like it's the lowest level of like marvel. Like you marvel at physical skills.
It's the one thing that you can actually measure yourself against somebody else. It's like, who's the fastest runner?
Yeah, or like who can reach this? Who can reach the backboard?
Yeah, who can touch the net?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you were 7 years old, it's the kid who was running fastest, the best at tag was the one getting all the punani. You know what I mean?
The guy who dodges the ball better.
Oh yeah. Who can throw the farthest?
Yeah.
Man, all the bitches are up on him.
It was never the guy who wrote the best lyrics.
No, not at all. Man, there was some guy, rocking out like some wicked ass red roses or red violets or blue poems. But they were getting none.
Yeah.
The teacher was saying, "Oh, that's sweet," and that's it. Their only fans were these cougar teachers.
And there's the guy who's like the future like Marvel Comics editor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The artists.
The artist, dude. I think they're the most underrated.
Oh, they're the lowest rung.
The lowest
like,
rung, dude.
Oh man, you draw really well.
Yeah, that's it. And usually they're like, there's no money in art.
Yeah, there's no money.
Know? So even the teachers discourage you.
But it's different nowadays. It probably feels like nowadays it's like, how many followers do you have in high school? I'm not in high school. I'm fucking decades out of high school.
Yeah.
But it feels like if you're in high school and that's all about how many followers you have, what you're wearing. No, it's not even what are you gonna wear to prom, right?
Yeah.
Who are you wearing to prom?
Oh, gross.
Yeah, man. I'm wearing the latest.
Gross. What did you wear to prom?
Dude, oh my God. I gotta show you this. My senior prom, I wore a tuxedo that I rented from the store.
Yeah.
And it was this Mandarin cut tuxedo with a high collar. I'll show you. I'll give you this picture so you can flash it up on on this podcast. You know who I look like in my prom picture?
Who?
With my hair cut, I had a high fade.
Who?
Kim Jong-un.
So
dude,
he copied it from you?
Yeah, because I rented that suit and it was so.
Oh, you rented a suit?
Yeah, of course. Nobody fucking owns a tuxedo when you're a teenager.
That's true.
And it wasn't suits; it was always tuxedos. And I want like everybody used to have the cummerbund, you know, the
cummerbund.
Yeah, so I want to be experimental. I wanted to be a little daring. So I went Mandarin suit. And then since I rented it, that shit was so big. I looked like I popped out of the "You Can't Touch This" music video.
Oh, nice! Like shoulders were like this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the shoulders were fucking nuts. Triple pleats, black shoes. Dude, I looked straight up like I came out of I looked straight up like I came out of Pyongyang.
Straight out of Pyongyang.
Straight out of Pyongyang. Crazy motherfucking name, Ice Cube.
Dude, mine
Jong-un.
I don't know what's worse though. Cause you at least just wanted to experiment.
Yeah.
There was no reference. You're not like, yo, I want to look like Kim Jong-un.
No.
Right? Mine, I copied, bro.
Did you copy Kanye West?
No. Kanye wasn't even popular when I was in high school.
No. So who'd you copy?
Dude, I wanted to be
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, I wanted to be part of Murder Inc. so bad. So like, you know,
tell me you were Ja Rule.
I don't know if it was Ja Rule that I copied.
Oh, it was Ja Rule. It would have been the best.
But dude, it's even worse if it was Irv Gotti. But I really wanted to look mafia.
Yeah.
So my outfit was I had this suit made, bro.
You had it made?
Yeah. I had it made.
Was it made by Rachel Laurel?
No. So like I had this made. It's like a black pinstripe suit. Black shirt inside, red tie.
Ooh.
Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
Dude, I swear, I think I saw it in one of their compilation albums. Like I think it was Irv Gotti who was wearing it.
Did you have a cane?
I wanted to, dude.
Oh my God.
I wanted to.
Irv Gotti, huh?
Yeah, dude. I think it was Irv Gotti, and I was looking for a fedora. Couldn't find one.
So did you have a date to your prom?
Dude, what's super weird, dude, my prom story is pretty sad.
Go ahead, tell us.
So like during this time, it was a thing to kind of like, you know how there's online dating now?
Yeah.
Now it's like, I mean, back then it was normal to like text random numbers.
Dude, it was a text mate?
Yeah, it was a text mate.
What?
Yeah,
so you
bro.
just texted a random number?
It wasn't a random number. I think someone gave it to me.
It's like, oh, Euric, text this person.
Yeah,
You need
something like that.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I totally forgot how I acquired the number. I forgot the acquisition method.
Yeah.
But like, so I got it, right? And then we were texting for a while, and I asked her, I was like, oh, dude, I was a fucking nerd, dude. I didn't have the fucking like guts to ask anyone to prom. So I just asked her, you want to go to prom? She's like, okay, yeah.
And then she say, oh, I'm a 22-year-old single Russian girl 3 miles from you.
Yeah. Hot singles in your area.
I'm grown, old, and ready to party.
But yeah, so she agreed to
Did you ever meet her beforehand?
No. Oh, I think so.
Oh, like in Glorietta? Like,
yeah.
Let's meet at Street Life.
Yeah, something like that. Street Life, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, so I met up with her and then went to prom. And then, dude, like, she was cute. She was cute.
Yeah.
Like, so the whole prom we were having fun and
Did
whatever.
you make her dress like a hoe? Be like, I'm Irvin. I'm the pimp.
No. Like a video hoe.
Yeah. Wear these fishnet stockings.
So
Trina, the baddest bitch.
I brought her to prom, and then dude, like we were having fun.
Yeah.
And then like in the middle of prom, in the middle of the night, she says she has to go. Right? I was like, why? I was like, dude, her boyfriend was picking her up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
So who won the fight outside in the parking lot?
I didn't fight. I was like, okay,
What?
go ahead. Go ahead.
No wonder you didn't have it.
Yeah.
You dropped down on the rungs of the
Yeah,
high
dude,
school
I told you.
hierarchy.
I was in the bottom rung of high school. I was the funny art
didn't-
guy.
So when she said, oh, my boyfriend's coming to pick, did you know she had a boyfriend?
No, that's the thing.
Did you cry?
Yeah, no,
You probably should have
didn't.
cried. Did you backhand her? Did you give her that?
The pimp slap.
The pimp slap?
Did I put powder on
Yeah.
my hands? Like,
What, bitch? Did you know how much I spent on this suit?
yeah. Pimp hands stay strong.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
good thing
it's-
you didn't
it's
because
whack,
those
right?
assholes would do that.
Dude, so she left me in the middle of prom and I'm like, all right. And I had to make an excuse to my friends, like,
They're like, oh, dude, where did your girlfriend go? And you're like,
oh, so yeah, I banged her so hard in the back. And she's like, oh, she had to go home.
Yeah,
she had a
go.
curfew.
She had a modeling gig late night.
Oh,
You know how these girls go.
You know, because she had to fly to Paris tonight.
Yeah,
From-
had a red eye flight.
Yeah, she had to shoot for
Fashion
YSL.
Week. She had Fashion Week.
Fashion Week.
She really just stayed out here for me.
But
It's a
yeah.
good thing she was dressed up already because she's hitting the runway as soon as she gets there. She's gonna wear her prom dress.
That's so sad, dude. I totally remember now.
Did I open up some wounds
Yeah,
for you?
It hurts, bro. The feelings.
Really?
The feelings are brought today.
I feel
Fuck.
for you, man. Nah, my prom date was my girlfriend of how many years already?
Yeah.
Yeah. She came from another school.
Wait, how was that? How is schooling in the US? It's like in your district, there's like in your neighborhood, there's a school.
Yeah, it's a public school.
Yeah,
So,
so-
you go
so
to
it
high
serves
school.
this
yeah,
neighborhood.
the town. It serves the town or the city that you live in.
And then there's only one public school there.
Depends on how big the city is. But normally if it's just a normal small town, there's
Yeah.
one high school.
So your girlfriend was from a different high school.
Yes.
So how'd that work? Like, did your friends believe you or like?
No, totally they believed me. Like well, I think prom was
or
the
is it
first
one of those like, yeah, no, she's from this school, and like, yeah, sure, she's from that school.
Nah, man. I was in a relationship with her for like 2 years before I think I started going
Damn,
out.
long-term guy.
You know how it is. I'm a lover
I know.
until she cheated on me.
Oh, did she really?
I think so.
Fucking bitches, dude. Fucking bitches.
I wore my best Kim Jong-un suit for the prom.
Yeah.
And then she ended up just cheating on me.
It wasn't enough, dude.
It wasn't enough.
You know
I'm
what,
like, I'm a world leader.
Dude,
And look at these other dudes that look like they're waiters.
I think she was like South Korean. That's why she's like, yo, I gotta get rid of this fucking world.
Maybe. She didn't like the
I
power.
gotta get rid of Supreme Leader over here.
She didn't like the full fist of power, the nation of domination
Yeah.
that I was bringing to prom. But hey, so you win some, you lose some. I ended up marrying another South Korean.
Yeah. Dude, did you ever show Wendy your
My
Kim Jong-un photos?
So I think I posted it once on Facebook.
Dude, we're gonna post it on this podcast.
Of course.
So like, yeah, fucking high school. What was your? Is it true? Like in the movies, is it really like there's the jock group, there's a jock table, there's a
It's not as defined.
Is it exaggerated in movies?
It's a little stereotypical in the movies.
Yeah.
At least when I went to high school, it's a little stereotypical in
Were
the
jocks
movies.
always mean?
Not necessarily. There was some mean ones, of course.
Yeah.
Like the really good athletes, they could just pretty much get away with anything.
Yeah.
So they would say shit like "fuck you, teach."
Oh, really?
No,
I was like-
no, but like yeah, they would get. I mean, like because depends on how big on sports your school was. My
Yeah.
school was pretty big on sports. My high school was big on sports.
So they treated them like kings.
Yeah, they could get away with a lot of stuff. Like and the PE teachers, the gym teachers would always have their backs.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. So
Who was the most famous athlete from your school?
the most famous athlete from my school was Drew Willie, who became an NFL quarterback. But
Really?
he never started or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that's from your high school.
from my high school.
Because like I know from your uni, there's a lot.
oh no,
of
my
good
university
ones.
has tons
Rutgers,
of
right?
NFL players. Yeah. Uni.
Uni.
Nobody in the United States calls them unis.
Europeans call it uni.
Yeah.
Or Australians, actually.
Australians, British people,
Yeah.
people from Iloilo.
So what was your role in high school?
I was one of the minority kids. I went to a primarily white high school.
Okay, yeah. There's the minority group.
Totally. Especially if you go to like a primarily white high school. Like my school was probably 95% white.
Yeah.
And there was like a handful of us minorities, like a bunch of Spanish kids.
So you were friends with the Latinos?
Yes. My lunch table my senior year was like me, a black kid, a Latino kid, an Argentinian kid, and one white kid who thought it was black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how did that work? You just gravitated towards
you
each
just gravitate
other?
toward each other.
So you're like in the movies, like you're in the lunchroom and you're like scanning.
No, the thing is with me in high school, I transferred high schools in the middle of high school.
Oh.
So in the middle of high school.
That must have been tough.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking hard. That was like the hardest move of my life. So sophomore
Making
year.
new friends and shit.
Yeah, sophomore year, I went to this brand new high school that I knew nobody in. And then I remember the first day of lunch, I was just like, what the fuck? That's the hardest thing that's the hardest thing you could do, man. Dude, it was so hard. I remember I walked up to this random table and I was just like, can I sit with you guys? And they're just like, and it was a table full of white dudes.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. And they were just like, yeah, sure. And I sat there all year. And it was so awkward. Like I barely talked.
No.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even try to talk to you?
Of course they would try to talk to me, but like it's like, well, how much could you talk to this kid that you don't even know? Like all of them were all friends with each other. And this was public school, so they'd all been going with each other, school with each other
since they were
young.
Yeah.
And then like come sophomore year of high school, all of a sudden there's this new like Chinese kid sitting on the table eating with his chopsticks. I didn't eat with chopsticks. I ate burgers and shit.
That must have been fucking hard, dude.
It was so hard.
Like imagine if we had the confidence we have right now.
Honestly, that built a lot of my confidence. Like I had to like, cause when you're in high school, right?
Yeah.
Every other thing they talked to me about was me being Chinese.
Oh, you counted as Chinese?
Hey, Chinese. Yeah, whatever. They didn't know fucking like Philippines. Oh no, wait, there was another Asian kid at the table too, but they'd known everybody previously also. There was another Asian kid at the table. And they always used to say that we looked alike. And we looked nothing alike.
That's so racist.
Yeah.
That's why.
And they used to just call me his name just because.
Just
like, Yo, Chang. I'm like.
That's why when we're racist to fucking white people on this podcast.
Yeah, but here's the biggest victory though. Like
Go.
in high school, there used to be this girl in my homeroom.
Yeah.
That was like super cute. Like she was super popular.
White girl?
Yeah, white girl.
Yeah,
she was
Asian. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a white girl.
Okay.
And then like whatever. I like in all my high school career, I must have never said more than like 10 sentences to her. But like she was always popular or whatever. Yeah. Then of course I left high school, never heard from her again until finally Facebook comes around, right? And I add her on Facebook. Oh, let me add people from my high school, like people I barely even know. Because remember, you just add whoever you wanted.
Yeah.
I added her. Dude, she was married to a Filipino dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
With half Filipino kids.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, what up?
She got the island fever.
Yeah, she did. Victory for the Filipinas.
Yeah. Filipino.
Take that, Randolph High School.
So wait, your high school wasn't a pleasant experience for you?
Dude, it was more neutral. Like it was like as my first year there sucked because like I was a new kid and it was so hard to like adjust. Yeah. And all my friends were in the
But like you only spent 2 years in high school, right? Like I mean
3.
in the new school.
3. Sophomore, junior, senior year.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Sophomore year. Okay.
But like by the time I got to senior year, like I started making friends and like whatever. And like I was able to blossom and be funny.
Yeah.
And like tell jokes. So like I do have jokes, like, whatever. And I have such weird experiences from high school.
Go.
Like
one of the weirdest ones.
So like high school, I wasn't even mid-level popular. I was probably like in the top 25% of popular kids. It doesn't even register. Yeah. And honestly, to this day, I'm barely friends with anybody from high school. Mm-hmm. Like not even close, just like Facebook friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Like you wouldn't consider anyone from high school like a good friend?
No, not at all. So one of the most popular girls from my high school, turns out she's living in Singapore. And then out of nowhere, she randomly hits me up. She's like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I went to high school with you. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I saw you live in Asia now. I'm like, yeah, I'm living in Asia. I've lived here.
Like it's such a fucking small area.
Dude, when you grow up in this little ass suburban town, like
it's
to
a
see
big deal
somebody
that
on the
you're in
other side of
Asia.
the world, it's like, whoa.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then she's like, oh, by the way, I'm coming to the Philippines
Okay.
for business. And she's like, let's meet up, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. And then like she's like legit, probably the most popular girl in all of my high school. Well, she's older now.
Yeah, but like
in high school,
she was hot.
yeah, she was, yeah, but she was an athlete, a really good athlete.
Are we showing her photo or no?
Huh?
Are we showing?
I'm not even gonna name her.
Okay, go.
Because she, if like I ever promote this on Facebook and then she like sees it and she's like, oh shit, they're talking about me. But like, no, she was, yeah. So we just met up, like had dinner,
Yeah,
and then just caught up, and it was weird catching up because we had no memories together.
Oh yeah, that would be weird, dude.
Right? So
like, there's no remember when?
Yeah, it wasn't even like that. Like, and actually, when we were talking, she would mention things like, "Hey, remember when we did this?" And I'm just like, "No, I wasn't invited to that party."
God,
no, I didn't
so
know him.
Awkward.
They're like, "Oh, so yeah, you know how like blah blah blah," and I was like, "Not really," because I wasn't cool enough to know that.
Yeah,
but no, it was cool. She turned out to be a really cool person. She worked for Facebook. She went to Ivy Leagues. Like she was popular. She was smart. She was an athlete. She was pretty. And then she ended up living in Singapore and shit.
Dude, my high school was the worst, bro.
What do you mean?
Like
I thought you loved high school.
My experience.
I thought you loved it.
I loved it and hated it at the same time.
Why'd you hate it? Aren't you like super close to your high school friends?
Still? Yeah, I am. Like my friends.
Yeah.
Cause like my friends were it was a mixed group.
Were you guys popular? Like your group, your gang, your set?
The girls were popular.
In your set?
Yeah, in my set. Gang.
Gang.
I think the girls were popular.
So they won a lot of fights?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girls were popular. They just like hanging out with me because I was funny. But dude, like I hated because I was bullied in high school.
By whom?
Upper batches.
Really?
Yeah, because in high school, so I went to private school, right? CSA. So we were wearing uniforms. And then there would be days where we call it civilian day.
Oh.
Where you could just like floss.
So you
flex.
You wore that full-on Grant Hill jersey?
Me being fucking extra ever since I was young. Dude, straight up FUBU. Dude, I dressed like fucking Nelly. I think I already mentioned it on this podcast. Yeah. Dude, wristband up here.
Yeah, the point guard wristband.
Yeah, oversized FUBU jersey.
05?
Yeah, 05. Do-rag.
Oh, you had a do-rag?
Do-rag.
With the yo.
Do-rag, and I didn't even tie it. I kept the do-rag there with a headband, just like Nelly.
Ooh.
Dude.
And half kind of looked like a Arabian sheik.
Basically.
The urban Arabian sheik.
Like an oil baron.
Yeah, like an oil baron.
I would dress like that during some super unnecessary.
Yeah.
When you could like just dress up in jeans and a t-shirt, right? I was that kid who was wearing all FUBU, looking like Nelly and everything, and I went
specifically Nelly.
Yeah, specifically Nelly.
Should have gone in as Dipset, like Joel Santana.
Dipset was
after.
Oh,
okay.
So like I think right when I graduated, 2001. So there was no Dipset
2001.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was like
freshman. I was a freshman 2001.
A lot of Jermaine Dupri.
Oh yeah, dude. Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play.
Yeah, dude. Yo, dude, that was a fucking banger, dude. That song.
I have stories about Jermaine Dupri, but we'll talk about it another time.
In high school. So I was that kid, right? Mm-hmm. So I was bullied. Like literally, they would wait for me in the cafeteria.
Really?
Like, yeah, dude.
And like. Street sweeper you?
Yeah. Street sweeper, baby. Cock ready to let it go. Dude, like this one time, they took me to the bathroom.
So this was full on bullying.
Yes,
this wasn't even like a little hazing.
No, like full on. I'm gonna kill you, bully.
For real?
Yeah, dude.
It was like that.
It was like that.
What kind of school did you go? You really did go to higher learning school.
I told you, man. But like, dude, see, honestly, bullying here in the Philippines, it's crazy.
So didn't your friends come and save you?
No, that's the thing. They waited until I was alone.
Oh, so they targeted you.
Yeah, dude. I was like prey.
Damn.
You know what? You know the biggest payoff, the biggest revenge.
What?
me being a DJ.
Oh, and them trying to get into the clubs.
Dude, I would see them in front of Fiamma.
Yeah.
They would be like, yo, Euric. And I'd be like, what?
Really? They tried to play it off like you were boys?
Yeah, bro. And then
I know them?
No. And then I would be DJing. Some of them would come up to me and try to shake my hand. And like, yo, what's up? You know how like people try to flex by, oh, I know the DJ.
Yeah.
I'm going to go up to the DJ, whatever. They would try to flex. And I'll be like,
Yo, pare, remember we used to sing Nelly all the time?
oh, pare, remember when I spat at you?
Remember we used to play gangs?
And
we used to play gangs at school?
Yeah, the you were the other gang.
Gangs?
I was the other gang.
I was the other gang. Pero saya
galing
nun,
natin nun eh.
Ang saya
Galing
nun.
natin, saya nun.
Galing ng cosplay natin nun eh.
Dude, how do you get to high school from influencers?
From influencers. Talking about like the social currency of high school students.
Right. Yeah, fuck. I have this theory. I think you share the same view on it.
Uh-huh.
That like if you peak too early,
yeah.
Like you stop growing.
If you're only the top of the heap when you're 17 years old, man, and you think you're the shit, like you have nobody else to climb up towards, like whatever. Right. People always need somebody to aspire to.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking you're hot shit already, if you think you're number one, who are you gonna? Why you even gotta try? I don't even gotta try.
I don't even gotta try.
I'm the coolest. I throw further than anybody else in school. I'm the fastest runner in my class. This is it for me. I'm gonna live off this for the rest of my life. Royalties for every foot race that I run.
I'm untouchable in dodgeball. Only hit once in my career.
Once in my career, man. When I grow up, man, I'm gonna challenge everybody. And people are gonna pay me to play dodgeball against me.
Dude, that's why me when I would tell stories about like high school, I barely remember high school. I think I blocked it out.
Really? I remember high school a lot.
Cause like,
no, I think you didn't block it out. I think your brain just disintegrated from all the partying.
There you go. Probably.
And those were the first memories to go. Your brain was like, man, fuck this. We don't need this shit, man.
We don't get joy from this. Get the fuck out.
I'm going to keep the FUBU jersey, but I'm going to take out that bathroom story. I'm going to kick that shit out.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know it was like that at CSA.
It was like that, bro.
See, I thought CSA was a good group of Catholic kids coming together for one cause.
No, dude, like there was actually an issue maybe a few years back. Dude, the kid was bullied. A kid was being bullied.
Oh, and then the parent came out.
And then the parent came and fucking brought a gun, dude.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm like, what the fuck? See? I bet money, dude. The dad was a bully.
I guarantee you. He probably came from
and he couldn't accept that his son was being bullied.
Yeah, and he's like, I used to rule this school. I used to rule this.
What's the son's name?
Jefe.
Jaime. Jaime is a good name. Jaime, why you're getting bullied?
Huh? I used to tell all the teachers there that I am your father.
Sabihin mo sa advisor mo, anak ka ni Joaquin. Because it's J and J.
Yeah.
Sabihin mo, walang nagbubuli sa anak ni Joaquin.
Sabihin mo, tandaan nila, noong 1979.
79.
Ako yung nanalo ng contest dun na sino pinakamabilis na tumakbo across the field. Nanalo ako.
No subtitles. Zero. But yeah, dude, like that dad was probably a bully.
No, he still thinks he runs it. That's why.
Yeah.
Man, this
dude,
is
imagine,
my legacy.
Imagine bringing a gun to fucking intimidate a kid, dude.
Imagine bringing a gun anywhere to intimidate a kid. Let alone inside Dasmariñas Village.
Oh my God. Remember guys like that in Fiamma who would flex?
Oh, dude. You know what? I don't know how it is nowadays, but like back, maybe even before when we were doing the clubs, like early 2000s, dude, it was like, there were so many fights in the clubs. Oh, dude. A lot.
And we would totally miss it. It's because you were talking to some like girl.
Yeah.
And I was DJing, and all of a sudden like,
oh, there's like everybody starts running outside.
The floor would like dissipate. Yeah. Like 0 people. I'm like, did I play something wrong? I'm like,
God, thank God the Manila nightlife scene outgrew that shit.
Yeah, because like now you can get banned in places.
Yeah.
So like no one wants to be the person who's banned.
They don't want to get blacklisted.
Yeah. So and they're very strict about it now. Yeah. Especially in Palace, like when you get banned there, dude.
Don't even step on the parking lot.
Yeah. They'll fucking ban the fuck out of you. Like I know people who were banned for like 2 years, and like literally when they would try to sneak in.
Weren't you banned?
No.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
You were never banned?
No.
Not even for a limited amount of time?
Dude, I'm a DJ. Why would I get banned? Yeah. Have you gotten into a fight in the club?
I've never gotten into a fight in my entire life.
Same. No, I think I got into one fight in high school. Like this kid, this scrawny kid who's trying to be a bully, right?
Was he smaller than you?
Yeah, smaller than me. You know how like there are small bullies?
Yeah,
like they try
Napoleon complex
yeah,
dudes.
basically.
How do you start that?
So basically, like I was walking down the aisle for like because
Getting married?
Yeah. we were getting our test results right from the front. I was walking down the aisle. He tried to trip me.
Oh yeah, he
Tried
was
to
trying to
trip
impress some ladies.
Yeah,
They're like,
basically.
Watch Giant here fall
yeah,
down.
yeah. Watch a big boy here fall
Big boy.
down.
You ever seen a tree fall down? Watch this.
Yeah. So he tried to fucking trip me and I saw it and I fucking kicked it like super hard.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, like in high school, in CSA, if you wanted to fight, the thing is field.
Why? 'Cause that's where you're gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you're gonna brawl.
Field lunchtime.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
means see you at the Terror Dome.
Yeah, basically, that's what it meant. Basically. So I was
Bring
like,
all your friends.
So I was like, fuck it, yeah, let's go.
Was it like a public event? Like all the friends?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, everyone knew it was going down.
And then like the bookie, the class bookie was taking bets.
Yeah,
Was like, yo, what you got? What you got? 3-1 under. Euric.
Yeah, dude. So I didn't know how to throw a punch.
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking like, what can I do to him? Because I don't know how to throw a punch, right?
Mhm.
So he swung first.
Oh, so you actually got out to the battle.
Yeah, but you know how it always starts. It's always like you're like face to face and
Yeah.
like you're waiting for the person to fucking throw the first punch.
And there's like a circle of friends
Yeah.
around you.
And then there's one who's egging it on. Sige nga, kung tigas ka. And here in the Philippines, it's like
Kung
it's
tigas
like
ka?
yeah, kung tigas ka. If you're
Are you
hard,
hard?
if you're hard. So like,
Hell yeah, I'm hard.
it turns out I'm gay.
Yeah, I like it.
And then there's this guy who would always it would always be like this.
Yeah.
Sige nga, hawakan mo nga yung tenga niya. Touch his ear.
Like legit, like literally?
Yeah, literally.
Like touch his ear.
Yeah, because it's a form of disrespect. I'm
Yeah.
not scared of you. I'll touch your ear.
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
Right?
But hit him.
Yeah, and then you're gonna dude, sige nga, hawakan mo
Those
yung tenga
are
niya.
like the 10 fight commandments.
Yeah,
Everybody's
dude.
got to take those steps.
Yeah, and then there's
Damn.
and then it comes from the ears. Sige nga, hawakan mo yung ilong niya.
That sounds so ceremonial.
Yeah. So, dude, it was a ceremony. There's always like that. It's never like just deck him.
Yeah. You don't just ball. You
Yeah,
don't
but
balls out.
the rule in fighting is you always have to throw the first punch.
Yeah.
So like, but here it's always like it's always a pageant,
Yeah.
dude. It's fucking like sige nga.
It's a walk off. It's a walk off.
and then all of a sudden, like, because he's the one who challenged me, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, everyone was like, sige nga, wala naman to, wala naman to. It's like
you're
you ain't
nothing.
shit,
Yeah,
you ain't
yeah.
shit, you ain't shit. Because he was the one who
started it.
Started it. So he had to show that he
Yeah.
wanted to throw down. And I was just standing there because I was the big guy, right?
Yeah.
So I was, all right, whatever. I was like, come, let's go. But
With
dude,
your,
I was
St.
dying.
Louis
I was,
Cardinals
I was
jersey on?
dying inside, dude. Like I was like,
You're scared as
fuck,
shit.
I was scared because like if he decked me,
Dude.
I'm done. I'm done.
It's a
I
good
was the
thing that
big
you were
guy.
wearing your baggy jeans so nobody can see the wet spot in your
Yeah.
pants.
It was streaming down my
Streaming
leg.
down your leg.
This guy, he was like, all right, fuck it. He tried to
cocked
throw-
back?
Yeah, he cocked back, threw the first punch. Dude, I was pretty fast for
You went
a big guy. Dude, I
Mayweathered that shit.
yeah, I did.
Ooh.
I actually did.
Shoulder roll.
I actually did. He hit me on the chest.
Yeah.
You know what I did?
Huh.
I fucking put him in a headlock.
Yeah. And then grip.
Headlock, and then I like, grip really tight.
And then he was like,
Yeah, and then I started like slamming him to the ground and shit.
ooh.
And then all of a sudden, like he was flailing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, stop. I was like, stop it. And then he was like, oh, I give up.
And then you were crying at the
Yeah,
same
stop
time.
it! Stop it! I don't want to do this! I don't want to do this!
Mate.
Dude, so basically what happened is he gave up.
Yeah.
And then when I let go, everyone was like, wala ka pala.
And they start kicking dirt on
To
him.
the kid, yeah. He was
Start
like, yeah.
burying him in the sand.
And then after that, he was like, he didn't want no more because
Yeah.
like obviously he couldn't take me.
And to this day, he's still
this day.
underground.
yeah,
at
still
CSA.
plotting for my
Yeah.
downfall.
No, he's literally underneath all the
He's
dirt
still there.
that all the kids were kicking on him. And he's like, I shouldn't have started that
He's like-
fight in 99.
He's like, This is me now. This is me now.
I'm one with the earth.
Yeah.
I asked for it and I got it.
In CSA, there's this urban legend.
Yeah. What place in the Philippines doesn't have an urban legend?
There's an urban legend that a guy got hit in the head with a baseball and then died, and they buried them there.
In the field.
In the field.
The field where everybody fights.
Yeah, in the field where everybody fights. And then there's like apparently there's this inscription like Eddie. His name was Eddie. Eddie was here or something like that. And then everyone would like try to find it in the field where it was. It didn't exist, but you know, when you're a kid, it's like, it's nice to know that there's like a creepy thing there.
So when you fight, everybody has to take a little bit of dirt and eat it in memory of Eddie.
In memory of Eddie.
So that the spirit of Eddie sides with you.
To pay respect to Eddie.
To pay respect. Yeah. In hopes that Eddie is in your corner. For the fisticuffs.
You have to spread some dirt on your face.
And then when somebody loses, they have to like cut themselves.
No. When someone loses, his friends wouldn't help him up. Yeah. And then they would mutter under their breath, "He's Eddie's now."
He's no longer with us.
He's Eddie's now.
Tabi-tabi po, Eddie. Tabi-tabi po.
Tabi-tabi po, Eddie.
It has to be Eddie. Could have been like, his name was like Eduardo or something
I think it was Edward or Eddie was here. I totally forgot. Chalk it up to my fucking memory. But like, it's Edward or Eddie. I'm pretty sure.
If anybody went to CSA, anybody out there
correct
CSA,
me in the comments
let
or
us
whatever.
know. Let us know if you ever found Eddie.
Let us know if you're Eddie.
If you're Eddie, don't hit us up.
Don't hit us up.
Back off. Why were you even playing baseball?
Yeah, it's
Who
not even a
baseball in the Philippines.
Apparently, like, we're pretty good at baseball.
Yeah, we did. Do you remember back in the 90s when that Filipino team went to the Little League World Series and won it? You never heard about that?
I've never heard about it.
In the 90s, a team from the Philippines
Shut up, really?
went to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania and won it.
Really?
Yes. And then a couple months later, they got stripped of the title because Little League is supposed to be for like 11 and 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
We sent 15-year-old kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this for real?
You never heard about that?
I've never heard about it.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest accomplishments in Filipino sports
Yeah,
history.
and it was disqualified.
Yeah. Right underneath Pacquiao, there's like three things we're good for. Like Pacquiao, Hiddle, and Diaz winning that silver in the Olympics. And
we're good at golf too. We've had some world champions.
Oh yeah. Like Tiger Woods is half Filipino. You know?
He's half Thai.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. Wait, really? Is this Little League story?
I'm
like,
not even bullshitting
Not
you.
one of your...
No, it's not even from the Truth of Things.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
Okay.
This is from this is from
They should
Wikipedia.
you know what? The Philippines should make a movie about it.
Oh, and shame everybody.
Philippines doesn't have any sports movies, huh?
No, we don't. First,
right?
You know what's weird? For a country that loves basketball so much, we don't have a single basketball movie.
Right?
Like,
we should have
we
one.
don't have like a
fucking
Coach Carter.
We should have like a fucking
Hoosiers.
like a kid like a kid from the streets kind of thing movie.
And then he makes it to the
He makes
PBA.
he makes it to the PBA. Yeah, hey.
And then he's Terrence Romeo
Yeah.
with his love, Private
Yeah,
Benjamin.
yeah. And then he gets dick from Vice Ganda.
That's part of the story. You can't take that out.
Yeah, you can't take that out.
It's part of the true life
And then
story.
Vice Ganda will star in it
As herself.
But dude, right? Like the movie industry in the Philippines is always about like kabits, like fucking mistresses.
It's always about mistresses. It's always about, it's always a love story between somebody who's rich and somebody
rich
who's
and
not.
poor, and it's always the guy who's rich.
Yeah, the guy who's rich, he's an asshole.
Yeah, who's like, I'm this cool guy going to school and I have a nice car.
But I own this company.
Yeah,
and
right.
He owns this company and he's really good at it. And he's super rich from doing something obscure like designing
Bitcoin.
wallpaper.
Like Bitcoin.
No, like it's always something creative.
Yeah. Okay.
He designs wallpaper.
He's like an architect or something.
Or
He owns the
his
firm.
paint.
Yeah.
But for some reason it's enough for him to live in Forbes Village.
Yeah.
Forbes Park.
And then he falls in love with his secretary.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't fall in love with her. She's brand new. She's a brand new worker.
Yeah.
She works in the building. She doesn't even work at the same company.
Maintenance.
She's a tendera.
Okay.
She goes around selling lunch to everybody in the building. Goes around with her big giant plate of lumpia.
Yeah.
And then with the vinegar.
With their giant bilao of sapin.
Yeah. And then in what happens is the executive elevators aren't working, so he has to take the service elevator.
Yeah.
And then when he gets in there, he opens up the door and he doesn't look. He doesn't wait for people to get out of the elevator.
Because he's on his phone.
He's on his phone.
Setting meetings.
He's dialing something on his
or texting his
Nokia
bitches.
8400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no 84. 7610.
76.
7650. Yeah,
Whatever.
there you go.
and he bumps into her, and her fucking sapin goes everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the meat cute.
Yeah, that's
the
me.
meat cute.
And so the sapin sticks on his
On
shirt.
his Armani fucking like
yeah,
suit.
his Armani exchange.
Yeah, it's not even real.
Armani exchange polo.
Going out shirt.
Going out shirt. And it sticks.
Yeah.
And he gets mad. He's like, do you know this shirt costs more than your salary?
Yeah.
And then she's like, ang ina mo. Akala mo kung sino-sino ka?
Akala mo kung sino ka? Ikaw yung bumangga sa akin?
Yeah, because that girl, she's not shy.
Yeah.
She's a little feisty.
Yeah. She has attitude.
She's sassy.
Mm-hmm.
She learned it from her mama.
Yeah. Because she's tindera. She's a palengkera.
And then so this guy has sapin stuck to his shirt.
And his face. There has to be a face.
Yeah.
Comedy. That's
But he has a meeting because that's what he does. He's a professional meeting guy.
Professional meter.
He always has meetings. they don't say what his work is. He just has meetings all the time.
May meeting ako.
Ako, pupunta ako sa meeting. May meeting ako mamaya.
Ano gagawin ko ngayon?
He has to go to the meeting.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, the person that he's meeting with is actually a famous designer who's Filipino but was spending the past 8 years in Paris. Just came back, and they're trying to do a collaboration.
A collab.
Yeah, and
With
their companies. Yeah, with the wallpaper. And then she looks at his shirt with sapin on and says like, "That's the best looking shirt I've ever seen in my entire life." And then he goes, and he's like, "Really?" And it seals the deal.
And then the designer, the Filipino designer was like, that's why you're in this position. You're such a genius to come up with that. How did you come up with that?
And he just
he owns it like it was his idea.
Own. His himself.
Right?
But now he's expected.
Now he's guilty.
Yeah.
Because he took credit for something that wasn't his.
And he has to come up with another one. He has to come up with another one. Right. The only way he can do it is if he encounters Marites.
Yes, and then he tries to buy Marites coffee for to be nice to her.
Mm-hmm. He takes her to Starbucks, and it's the first time she's ever been to Starbucks.
Oy, ang ganda naman dito.
Ano to? Kape? Yung kape, 150 pesos?
Okay na ako sa 3-in-1.
Oh, sa akin, umiinom lang ako
5 pesos lang yun eh.
Ng soap water.
Soap?
Pampagising eh. And then she's impressed because he's spending like 150 pesos on her coffee. And
her caramel macchiato.
Story continues. But before they get married, Julio's twin brother, who was in the United States the entire time, decides to come back. He says like, "Who's this puta de gracia that you're marrying?"
Yeah.
And then tries to tear him apart. But their love is too strong.
Right.
Too strong.
So that's basically 90% of Filipino.
Yeah, pretty much. We just spelled it all out.
Yeah.
Typically.
Dude, they could easily make a movie out of that baseball thing.
Dude, they can make a movie about... They should make a movie about basketball first.
You know who they should make a movie about? I don't know. Manny Pacquiao.
They do have a movie about him.
Do they have a movie about him?
Kid Kula Fu.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but that only goes up to like... It doesn't cover his entire life. Oh, there was another movie before that.
Yeah.
Guess who starred as Manny Pacquiao?
Who? Manny Pacquiao?
Nope. You don't remember this? This was like
Piolo
maybe
Pascual?
Nope.
Who?
This was early 2000s possibly.
Probably. Who?
When I tell you who acted as Manny Pacquiao, you'd be like,
what the fuck?
Seriously?
Who?
Jericho Rosales.
Oh!
I love Jericho. Jericho's an excellent actor. I love that guy.
Oh God.
But
what the
fuck? Really? Way to make yourself look better. It's like trying to get somebody.
Dude,
you know who I want to play me in a movie?
Yung kamukha ko daw siya eh.
Si Brad Pitt, kilala mo siya? Magkamukha daw tayo eh. We look the same.
You know who would play me in a movie?
Samuel L. Jackson.
LL Cool J.
Deepest, bluest. My head is like a shark's fin.
My hat.
And he'll do this. And he'll do the soundtrack.
Yeah. He has to do the soundtrack.
He has to do the soundtrack.
That's a package deal in his contract.
That's how you get the top billing.
Dude. Fucking Jericho Rosales.
Yeah, dude.
In the US, you get characters like who are not traditionally good looking.
They're memorable.
They're memorable. There's something about them. Like what Jonah Hill, fucking Seth Rogen, and they're funny. And there's actors like that you're like, oh, he's not that good looking, but like I like
there's something charming
about him. In the Philippines, it's either you're good looking or you look like fucking Bayani Agbayani. Who like looks
There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground. There's no like character actor who's like this fat guy or whatever. You know, like Jonah Hill starred in his own movie.
Yeah.
Right? But like here in the Philippines, there's no casting like that. What is it? Do the casters here like do they just suck or like?
No, just that a lot of people think that that's the only way to get their message across. They don't rely on the acting.
Yeah.
Basically, they don't rely on the acting. They rely. A lot of it relies on the physical attributes of the actor.
Right.
Like,
And
you know, he's the hero because he's so good
because
looking.
he's good looking.
You know, he's the funny one because he looks funny.
Right.
It's like
so it's a very simple-minded.
It's a very visual thing.
Yeah.
Like they think that's the only, which is why, for the longest time here, comedians, the biggest comedians here were the gay guys. Not just gay guys, but the tranny gay guys, because they physically looked funny. Like,
and they're very like physical comedy.
Very physical. Like they didn't even have to say anything witty or introspective or anything. They just look funny.
Yeah.
So that was their humor. Was like, let me be this
really loud
and obnoxious,
very crass.
Ostentatious, because that's the only way people understood humor. Like ideally, it's growing a bit more. It's getting better. Like you guys have guys like Jokoy, whatever, who are actually doing, smart stand up.
But also Jokoy is from the U.S.
Yeah, he's
so
from the
like
US. But like there are a lot of people here in the Philippines that are actually very smart and very funny.
Yeah.
They just don't get the shine because there's not enough.
A lot of them are in indie movies, right?
Yeah, and then a lot of it is that the writing's not funny. If the writing's not funny, you have to rely on the physical stuff to push that humor across.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like every time there's like a humorous sidekick, it's always about them getting kicked in the nuts.
Always them getting go kasi. The batok. Yeah.
It's never
it's
because
very slapstick.
Yeah, it's very slapstick.
It's very Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah. On the pyramid of humor, it's very low.
They're very low. They're very low.
It's very low.
Yeah.
Like there's a super smart comedy that came out. It's Ang Pangarap Kong Hold Up.
Yeah, I heard about it. Everyone was laughing about it. It's good.
Because it's actually smart.
It's good?
It's good.
Okay,
it's not like all
I'm
slapstick, like whatever. There's this one hilarious moment in the movie where Paulo Contes, not the funniest dude, right? He's not.
I don't know. I'm biased because like I grew up to him being funny. So
I grew up to him as a heartthrob in Tabing Ilog.
I grew up to him in Ang TV.
Yeah. Okay. Well, So there's this one part where he's like lamenting one of the greatest singers, like to make somebody feel better. He's like in Tagalog. He was like, because he was trying to make somebody feel better who felt like they were a failure. There's this one guy who thought he was a failure, but he came up and became, one of the rising stars in the country.
Yeah.
And his name was L.A. Lopez. And then he starts singing the L.A. Lopez song as he's stroking the guy's hair. And then the guy he's stroking his hair starts singing along in harmony. Dude, it's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's funny.
Like, that's smart comedy. Like, it's a great mix of
it's dumb, but it's unexpected.
Yeah. And it's not like
yeah.
Like if you have to have it sound like that's not funny, dude.
Yeah.
If you gotta tell people it's funny with audio cues or like the way or a lot of radio shows here do that. That soundtrack.
Oh my god, that sped up fucking chipmunk laugh. Worst, dude.
And then everybody would utilize the same sound clips like kailangan pa ba i-memorize yan?
Yeah, dude. AM radio, the funny ones.
Yeah.
Worst. But the number one abusers of laugh tracks and sound effects.
But, and the thing is, everybody just took it and ran away with it. Like, for it to be funny, there's even some YouTube channels out there, local Filipino YouTube channels.
For sure.
That still utilize all that.
For sure. But like, what is it though? Is it because the consumer itself is not looking for more?
No, because the thing is, these guys realize
like it's like a chicken or the egg thing. Where lies the problem?
The problem lies in people aren't creating funny material. They're not creating funny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to try to make it funny, they put it in.
So the creators are not confident that it's funny.
Yeah, it's not funny as a standalone because it's not. Like their jokes they don't hit.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to add that to help push it. Like, hey guys, this is a joke, by the way. I don't know if you picked up on it, but it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like there's no subtlety in Filipino humor.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna edit audio cues into this.
What? We don't have audio cues. As we do this?
Yeah, as we do this. I'm gonna put a laugh track.
Or you know how radio shows they have the fucking the horn sound.
Yeah. Dude, that's really good. That's really good. That's really good.
Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to signal this is, hey guys, laugh here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's like us abusing the air horn on my laptop.
Yeah, it's a DJ air horn. There's
Right.
Zero subtlety.